Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Samsung recalling over 1 million stoves. So, I might be a little bit of a boomer in that regard because they now call them electric ranges. So, it's not the exciting firing range that I usually think of when someone says range, but nevertheless, this comes to us thanks to NBC News. They say, quote, Samsung recalls over 1 million electric ranges due to fire hazard. Samsung has received over 300 reports of unintentional activation of the front-mounted knobs by humans or pets since 2015. 7 fires involved pet deaths, unfortunately, pets, or the officials say. There you can see their good old Samsung stoves, or electric ranges as they call them now. They say, quote, this recall was announced and released by U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, covers over 30 models sold in the United States between May 2013 and August of 2024, with prices ranging, geez Louise, $1,250 to $3,050 for a stove? Jeez Louise. Love my pay grade. They say, quote, this is even worse. Over 40 injuries have been reported as a result of the fires, 8 of which were required medical attention, and at least 7 fires involved pet deaths. Now, I guess silver lining is no human has been detrimentally or passed away because of this. There's a little silver lining in that regard. They say that Samsung is offering free knob lock kits or knob covers as a remedy to the issue, which I don't want to say it's a human error or pet error, but I mean, unintentional activation. They just want more edges of the table covered with Nerf foam. I'm probably aging myself again. Nerf was the coolest toy back in the day. Nerf foam was magical. But nevertheless, it sounds like the mechanisms just aren't tough enough, or they don't actuate enough, so you just accidentally bump into it. So maybe just be a little more careful. But nevertheless, getting back to the article, they say, "Go. The United States Consumer Product Safety Commission urged the consumers to never place, leave, or store anything on top of the stove of the range as, because it could quote, such items could ignite if the range accidentally activated or left on." Which, who would put something on a stove in general if you're not about to burn anything or boil or water or boil? Yeah, do people store stuff on stoves just randomly? Is that a thing? Well, not for me. Say, quote, fires can occur when items are left on the top surface of any range that is accidentally activated or left on. Yes, that may, when a fire device is turned on, fire tends to follow that. They say that Samsung said on its own statement on the voluntary recall that customers can still use their sliding electric ranges while awaiting the knob lock kits or covers, while noting that their knobs meet industry safety standards. If you have a lot of time on your hands, you're really worried about this, you can call them at 1-833-775-0120. Again, their toll-free number at Samsung is 1-833-775-0120, or you can reach out to the company by email. So definitely, I mean, not great news for Samsung, because again, people, it is definitely, heartbreaking that some pets have passed away from this. Maybe they just, again, it sounds like they kept it to industry standards. But again, the human error, well, especially in IT, is always present. It's always a variable you have to account for. And yeah, it sounds like maybe these mechanisms just aren't tough enough. Because I remember back in my day when I had one of those fancy devices at home, or my parents' home more accurately, you push it, you have to really push that knob in, then turn it. And that was kind of the de facto safety. It was the push, then the turn. I don't know if they need to increase the resistance, so they have to push a little bit harder to get just the mechanism to engage and rotate. But nevertheless, again, it's detrimental. We got some sad news, and this is again voluntary recall. So I don't know how much it's going to cost them to actually mail these things out to people. They have to pay to have someone answer the phone and the emails, everyone reaching out their concerns. Again, it is over 1 million units, and things do add up in the aggregate, so that's not great as well fiscally. As well as the cost of the brand reputation, which most people I think have a pretty positive satisfaction with Samsung. I mean, my phone's probably should replace it one of these days. My Samsung S10 is still, rocking pretty reliable, thankfully. So overall, I think most people think Samsung is a reliable company, but nevertheless, recalls like this always chisel away at that brand identity. And again, people having pets passed away from it, especially, that's heartbreaking. And I have to say, Samsung having this recall on your stoves, well, gotta say that's certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.